Right now at noon, marijuana consumers might pay a little less in Missouri, but some counties might suffer.
And we've got a cooler day out there for us today, but it is our last warm day, at least temperatures above average, before the big cool down arrives. Details coming up.
Plus, efforts to improve pedestrian safety around Cotty College.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. Well, it's been 5 years since the Neodesha Promise Scholarship program was implemented. And today, Neodesha High School celebrated the 5-year anniversary of that scholarship. The scholarship covers tuition for students in the Neodesha School District to attend either university, technical college, or community college. The program allows students to follow their dreams and career goals without worrying about the cost. To qualify for the scholarship, students need to have at least a 2.0 GPA. Now let's check in with Chris Warner for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good out there. Still got those clear skies, a light northwest breeze. Not a bad start today. MoDOT camera 20th and Rangeline. Looking good so far. We'll head back to Pittsburgh. Our camera downtown there at 4th and Broadway. Got folks enjoying their day and enjoying the pretty decent temperatures. I mean, like I said, for me, if it's really below 70, it's a little too cold. But I know that's not the case for everybody. Yesterday, check this business out. We started 20 degrees above average. Our low was a degree short of what our average high for this time of year is supposed to be. We got close to 70 though, not quite to record status, but still up there. 62 in Joplin. And no data being reported from Pittsburgh, but I can assure you it's quite pleasant. On this map, though, last information coming out at 58, but you can see we're into the upper 50s and low 60s across the region, and all of us now behind that boundary, so those northwest winds kicking in out there. Temperatures will begin to drop down into the mid-40s by 11. Clear skies will continue, and our winds will begin to increase. We start to see gusts upwards of 20 miles an hour out of the northwest overnight. Winds really ramp up tomorrow. Temperatures, on the other hand, do not. Details on that in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. And don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Sky Watch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Sky Watch weather app. A crash in Allen County claims the life of a Blue Mound, Kansas woman. The crash happened yesterday evening when a vehicle was traveling southbound on US 169 when it crossed the center yellow line and crossed the northbound lane of traffic, hitting a vehicle. The driver of the southbound vehicle, 54-year-old Melanie Felt, died at the scene. Next of kin have been notified, and the other driver sustained possible unknown injuries. Well, it's back to the drawing board for a bill named in honor of 2 slain teenagers in northeast Oklahoma. Lauren Ashley's Law is named for 2 Welch, Oklahoma 16-year-olds who were kidnapped and killed in 1999. Now, while their bodies were never found, 21 years later, one man was finally convicted and sentenced as an accessory to felony murder in the case. But Ronnie Busick served only half of his 10-year sentence before he was released in May of 2023 for good behavior. Lauren Ashley's Law would require anyone convicted of accessory to murder to serve at least 85% of their sentence. Last spring, the House passed the bill and it was on its way to the Senate, but time ran out. Now the process starts from scratch in the House once again. Well, a judge sentences a Seneca, Missouri man for his role during the January 6th Capitol breach. Kyler Joseph Bard of Seneca was sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in prison, 2 years of supervised release, and ordered to pay $2,000 in restitution. Bard had previously pled guilty to multiple charges, including assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers and civil disorder. Well, some Missouri lawmakers push to regulate hemp products. Many hemp-derived products are available for sale in Missouri, but unlike marijuana, these products often lack safety testing to protect consumers. Some Missouri lawmakers are now pushing for regulations that would require testing for harmful ingredients like metals and other toxins. One local hemp business owner says he supports these measures, explaining that customer safety is his top priority.
Making sure people are educated, that we're helping them, that we're modulating them appropriately, listening, and making sure the big thing is to ensure that we've done all the homework for the product, so they don't have to worry about some dangerous product being in here, because we vet every company that we deal with. We make them prove that they are in compliance with the government.
In some states, hemp regulations mirror regulations for marijuana, since hemp and marijuana both come from the cannabis plant. A court ruling in Missouri could change who can tax recreational marijuana. When Missouri voters legalized recreational marijuana use for adults in 2022, local governments were allowed to place an additional 3% tax on the products if voters approved. Now, this saw both cities and counties approve the tax, including Jasper County, Newton County, and cities like Joplin and Carthage. This month, the Eastern Division Missouri Court of Appeals ruled cities and counties can't both issue that sales tax. Now, according to that ruling, counties can only tax sales at stores in unincorporated areas where the county is the local tax jurisdiction.
We only have 5 dispensaries, and I'm not sure exactly, but most of them are in cities. Most of them are in an organized city, and so we essentially would get nothing.
According to the Jasper County auditor, in the past calendar year, Jasper County has generated more than $1 million in revenues from the marijuana sales tax. Now, the Missouri Department of Revenue has not yet announced if or when counties will stop collecting these taxes, or if previously collected funds will have to be returned. Well, still ahead, Cotty College looks to help ensure safety for students using the crosswalk. And later, we're making mashed potato casserole in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. The president of Cotty College says they're having conversations with the Missouri Department of Transportation about what measures can be taken to promote the safety of students. As KOAM's Melissa Alex explains, this comes after 2 students were hit by a car in a crosswalk on campus.
Constantly working with the students to try to improve safety here at the campus.
Last Wednesday, 2 Cotty College students were struck by a car as they crossed from the north to the south side of campus.
It is on a state highway that runs through essentially the middle of Cotty College's campus. And so it is it has pedestrian crossing flashing lights there.
This crosswalk is located on a state highway and doesn't have a traffic light.
In that particular location, one has to stop, push the button, wait, look both ways multiple times, particularly in busier times of the day.
The president of Cotty College says they're having conversations with the Missouri Department of Transportation to figure out ways to ensure the safety of students. But there are some complications.
They have indicated to us it's too close to add another traditional street light there. There are 2 additional crosswalks that are not too far away.
The Cotty College Director of Safety says he's working with students to help them stay as safe as possible as they walk through the crosswalk.
I have a responsibility to look out for each other, and any way that we can do that, helps before you engage the crosswalk to look both ways. Make sure cars are either slowing down, they see you, or stopping, and if they're not, just to wait before you engage that crosswalk.
One of the students injured in the incident is still in the hospital after undergoing surgery. Both students are expected to recover. Reporting in Nevada, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Before the accident occurred, additional signage had been added near the crosswalk to alert drivers that there's a pedestrian walkway ahead. The college is exploring more ways to make the area safer. Well, the mayors of Springfield, Columbia, Kansas City, and St. Louis have called on Missouri Governor-elect Mike Kehoe to prioritize an end to youth violence. The mayors want the new governor to amend state law to bar minors from possessing firearms. In a letter, the mayors proposed 2 ideas they believe would make Missouri cities safer. 1, amend state law to match a federal law which prohibits those under the age of 18 from the possession of handguns, and establish a better reporting system for weapons-related incidents at schools. That would include the creation of a public database to keep families informed.
In this instance, what is driving us is a common threat to focus on public safety. And so that was the purpose of our letter, and we wanted to reach out to the governor-elect and ask that he certainly consider us as partners, as collaborators in this effort as we hopefully deal with a statewide emphasis on public safety.
In the letter, the Springfield mayor says of the 133 shooting investigations in 2023 in Springfield, 21 of the suspects are 18 or younger. The mayors have requested a meeting with Governor-elect Kehoe once he's sworn into office. Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Are your mashed potatoes worthy of earning the most requested side dish award? If not, the ones we're making today certainly are.
And we've got colder air on the way. Thankfully not significantly cold, but still chilly, and winds increasing. Latest when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So we are cooler than where we were yesterday, but our highs for most of us today are still going to be a bit above average, but that is going to change as we head into our Wednesday. First, though, a look outside at this gorgeous day from our camera downtown Pittsburgh, conveniently located at the corner of 4th and Broadway, and it's bringing us this beautiful shot out there. Clear skies, it looks fantastic. It's a little cool. Like I said, yesterday we were a bit warmer than where we are today, but we will still be above normal as we head through the rest of the afternoon. We've got Yates Center clocking in pretty close to average, about 57 by 2, but outside of that, the majority of us still going to warm up just a hair. Could have a cloud or two as we go into the evening and overnight. I do think that we're going to remain mostly clear. But as we head into tomorrow morning, remember where our average lows were. So we're relatively close to that as well. Some of us just a couple degrees above normal. So we're getting pretty much back to normal for tonight. It's just going to feel cold because, again, we've had some mild evenings here lately. The other thing that's not going to help in terms of making it feel any warmer for you is overnight tonight, winds out of the northwest start gusting to 20. And as we head through the day on Wednesday, the only thing that's going to change is the speed of these wind arrows as westerly winds start kicking in by the afternoon, and they'll start gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour. And take a look. So noon now, we're already about 10 degrees warmer than where we're going to be 24 hours from now, with most of us in the low 50s. Now, our southern counties, especially through northeastern Oklahoma, may get a little bit warmer, maybe closer to average over the next couple of days, but the majority of us are going to remain a bit on the cool side. As we head through Wednesday evening, again, temperatures will begin to fall back, so we get pretty chilly. That's going to lead to a pretty cool overnight for our Thursday as well. So now we're sitting, again, some of us still a couple of degrees above normal. Some of us starting to fall a little below normal for our overnight lows, but again, it's not a significant decrease as we head into Thursday. The big change is this. So think about it. We've got some locations already at 63 degrees. 48 hours from now, we're going to be 20 degrees cooler at this same time in 48 hours. So again, it's not a significant chill, but it is still going to feel cold. And on Thursday's the day, again, off to the southwest and maybe a little warmer, but a lot of us even into Thursday are going to struggle to make it out of the 40s for highs. So we are talking pretty cold compared to what we've had the last few weeks. And even what we have right now, we're sitting at 62 in Joplin. Winds are calm. Looks great out there, though, doesn't it? Same from, again, the downtown Pittsburgh. Again, not getting any reporting data from Pittsburgh, at least not through this particular system. The last report is going to show up here, still sitting at 58. But either way, we're above average for most of us. Even Yates Center right now sitting at 59, and we've got upper 50s and low 60s out there. So again, the rest of today, most of us low to mid 60s, maybe some upper 60s out there. Clear skies, clear into the overnight, mid to upper 30s. So in some places a little below normal, others a little above normal. Thursday, much cooler. Upper 40s, low 50s. I think we'll see a lot more low 50s out there, though. But over the next 10 days, oh, we got that roller coaster ride. We haven't had one in a while, so Mother Nature said, you know what, let's try one out. We're going to fall back again, pretty chilly, start warming up by Friday, and then we'll get back above normal heading into the weekend ahead of another wave by the middle of next week. Brings us additional rain chances and knocks our temperatures back down. So Thanksgiving right now looks to be dry, but it's going to be a bit on the cool side. We're going to be starting in the 30s and upper 40s, low 50s for highs. So if you're taking dinner to family,
yes,
wrap it in foil, something to keep it warm because it's going to be cold out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making mashed potato casserole in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Howard is making mashed potato casserole in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
When it comes to Thanksgiving, there are certain must-haves. Of course, you gotta have turkey. As for the sides, No traditional Thanksgiving Day feast is complete without mashed potatoes and some sort of stuffing. So today, we're focusing on a mashed potato casserole that's super easy. Plus, since you can make it ahead of time, it'll help you avoid a lot of last-minute stress. We begin by boiling about 4 pounds of peeled potatoes until they're fork tender. After draining them, we place them in a large bowl and beat them with our secret ingredient, some cream cheese. Once they're smooth, we add some chopped onion, a couple of eggs, a bit of flour, and a little salt and pepper. After this gets mixed, it goes into a casserole dish to get baked off. And to take this over the top, we sprinkle it with crispy fried onions. Once this gets passed around the table the first time, don't be surprised when everyone starts asking you to pass it around again and again. Drizzled with gravy or not, these are amazing. The recipe for our mashed potato casserole is online now and is one that shouldn't be missed. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a creamy and comforting way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe on KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, we've got one more above normal day today. Then we get a little chilly over the next few days before we go back above normal by the weekend, ahead of going back into the 50s by Thanksgiving next week, with another wave next Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday, scattered showers. So we look to be dry at this point for Thanksgiving, just a bit on the chilly side.
All right, thanks, Chris. And Dowie, here for us later on tonight.
Well, a lot's coming up at 5. For starters, experts warn cities around the world could face a $1 trillion bill by 2050 as rising seas and inland flooding take their toll. We're going to take a look at how some cities are changing their landscapes to become sponge cities to control stormwater and adapt to climate change. Plus, November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to hear from doctors at Freeman Health in Joplin about lung cancer screenings and what that process may look like to a first-time patient. And the city of Fort Scott, Kansas is making preparations for a new ice skating rink to add to their second annual Christmas on the Bricks event. Hope you'll join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up today. KOAM News at 5.
Absolutely. Lots to look forward to. Thank you, Dow. Well, that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5. Until then, have a great rest of your day.